「 白いモニター越しの光を通し、オタクの孤独を癒して回る私。
The trembling streetlights, the pelting rain that falls with a crush warmth excites an emotional telepath in the night. The lost you finally made contact by heart, learned of the human concept known as love. Tight a rope, a uniform of stitch creation. It provokes a discommunication. Glint of hope, no, actually just a flashing of that something's coming. I've got this endless sense of dread. Alien, yes, I'm an alien. I come in peace with leisure, defenseless artistry. Within the melting gravity of the Milky Way, deeply I could sense those feelings beating, leading. Alien, that's right, I'm your alien. Your heartstrings pulled and deftly lulled up, caught a shooting star. You're having an experience, so your heart can blast off to another planet, thumping, pumping, loving. Rays of dust, radiance, on and off, so simultaneous. UFO, you don't know, quite the utterly easy, so intersect at point X. Parallel for what is a stress and X. Closely made, okay, disorder, second drug concur. Syndrome and solitude, each night behind bars all alone. A daydream turns into a grimoire mystery drone. A bright light shown, avoid the radar. Do you truly want me to tell you everything? Alien, yes, I'm an alien. I come in peace but leisure, defenseless artistry. Staring into a paradise, gravity escaped. Today you'll see what I am really. Alien, that's right, I'm your alien. Keep touching that moon and its unit turn into a star. Cause every meteor that hits the earth leaves a mark. Disaster looming past the blue sky keeps me alive. Alien, the two of us aliens. This pounding feeling between us so unidentified. A wonder to this universe, you and I. Supernatural yet supernatural, how I'll always love you.どうしようもなく湧く日々に絶え間なく揺れる意識。この息も所詮退屈しのぎうだるぜの暑さ木さあやややさ
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? You guys know who said that? Hello? Hello? Hi, chat. Hi, hi. Hi. It's been a while. It's been a while. Actually, let me check to see how long it's been. Because I was a very, 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 very bad girl. And we have to get into, we have to get back into good girl status. Good girl status. Spudgy is a bad girl right now. And we have to get back to good girl status. Hold on. I can see my view count. I'm getting stressed. Give me a second. Okay. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. Saying it out loud is so weird. And like, I feel like there's excuses, but there's also like no excuses. But I don't know. It's like, I guess I have excuses, but I feel like I have no excuses. But you know, I feel guilty, but I'm also like, you know, I want to absolve myself of my sins. But bad girl status indeed. Hi Regalia, hi Jug, hi Mike, hi Pear, hi Jack, hi Leg, hi. Hey, look, I did it in order. You do have some. But it feels like really weird to like not work for like 2 weeks. It feels very, very weird. It feels like I was honestly like, the longer I went, the more scared I was to stream. Hi Meaty, hi. The more scared I was to stream though, because I was like, if I come back and I find out that I destroyed my career, I'm gonna crash out. Hi this, hi Lobster, hi. Glad you are back though. Yes, but yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I got so sick. I believe the saying that some people would say is sicker than a dog. But I don't know why the dog is sick, so I never really understood that saying. So why is the dog sick? I don't know. But yeah, 2 weeks ago, I got super, super sick. I got so sick. And then, after getting sick, I was struggling to, like, get up and go to, an anime convention. Oh yeah, so yeah, the stories. Let's do some stories real quick. So yeah, so I got super sick, and the dog, yeah, why is the dog sick? And then I went to go get my hair done to like look all nice and pretty for the convention and stuff like that, because I had an obligation to go to the convention because I had a meet and greet and stuff. And I was like, oh, let me get my hair done. But I still wasn't like fully recovered. But I was like, oh, well, my fever broke this morning, so I could go to my 4 or 5 hour hair appointment, no problem. But there was a problem. I get dropped off for my hair appointment by the Uber, and I'm like, I don't feel so good. It feels really, really hot in here. Is it? I was like, is it hot for everyone? Is it really hot in here? And she's like, no, it's cold. It's like winter and shit, you know, it's cold. And I was like, no, it's really hot. It's really hot. And so I was like, I gotta use your restroom real quick before I start the appointment. And I immediately just hurled. I immediately hurled. And this is the day before I'm supposed to leave for the convention. So I'm like, fuck. Well, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That feels shitty. So I was really embarrassed, and I go up to my hairstylist, and I'm like, hey, I don't feel so good. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do the full 4 to 5 hour appointment and stuff. Can we just like get my, can I just like look presentable? You know, can we just do like a haircut and stuff? And she was like, oh, we don't have to do like all the bleach and such like that. We could just do like the top color, because you won't even, I have two-tone hair. The color on top of my hair is different from the color underneath my hair. I will draw it for you in just a second. But yes, I have two-toned hair. Hold on, let me get paint. You guys can see what I mean by that. Oh yes, this is perfect. This is gonna be scary, chat. This is gonna be scary. Pretend I'm Moopy for a second. I'm gonna bang you. Are you ready to get banged by SpongeyBuns instead of Moopy-Buns? There you go. I banged you. But yeah. So my hair is... Let's say this was my hair, right, chat? This is my hair. You know? My hair is blonde, right? right? But then I have brown on top. Does that make sense, Chatterino? Does that make sense? The underneath side of my hair is blonde. And then the top... No. Hi, Kevin! No, it doesn't make sense. My bad. Hi, Evan. Hi. I thought Moop squeezes them... What? We don't get banged anymore. Oh, she doesn't bang you anymore? I'm sorry. That must feel bad. Damn. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me close my door. Toast just opened my door all the way. I have a sunroof, and it's so fucking annoying. Hi, Evan. It's so annoying. Hi, Ron. Hi, how are you? Happy you're back. I miss you. I am. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, but yeah. So yeah. If that doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a better way for me to draw it, but... You know. But yeah, I have two-toned hair. Anyways. Finally banged again. Hey, you've finally been banged again. Who the fuck said that? Anyways. Yeah, I have two-toned hair. So she fixed me up. I looked pretty good at the end. And she was like, okay, go home. And I felt like such shit on the way home. And I think my new Uber driver could tell that I felt like shit. Because I immediately was like, oh my god, I just want to go home and throw up again. I just want to go home and throw up again. I just want to go home and throw up again. It was awful. It was so bad. And so I get in the Uber and I am just quiet looking out the window because I get car sick, right? I get car sick. That's another reason why I hate Ubers, is because Ubers never let me sit in the front with them. I get it. It's like a safety thing. But I get car sick and I don't want to sit in the back. It makes me car sick worse. Anyways. There should be like a setting on Uber that says I get car sick, so please only accept my ride if you're willing for me to sit in the front with you and hold your hand. But yeah, so I was just looking at the window, you know, trying to mind my own business, trying not to hurl in this Uber's car. I remember when I was growing up and stuff like that, and I first started to go to like bars and like clubs and stuff with my friends. I remember my friends would always just get so much more drunk than me. They would always get so much more drunk than me. Hold on, let me turn down the music. Like, you can see me live do it. This is how I do it. Disgusting yet sweet? What? I get car sick, so have a car where you drive the back so I can sit in the front. No! But yeah. So yeah, I was just trying my best not to hurl in this car because I remembered growing up, my friend got really drunk on the way home from the club and she threw up in her Uber. And I remember because we took separate Ubers and I made it to her place before she did. And then when I made it to her place, she was like, I threw up in the Uber. I'm at a gas station with the Uber helping them clean out their car. And so she... She eventually makes it back. The Uber is just like so nice that he just canceled the Uber and is like, listen, if you were my daughter, I would be so scared for you. So I'm just gonna make sure you get home, okay? And so cancels the Uber and then they restart the Uber once they're driving again after cleaning and stuff. And then I was like, oh, it's like a really sweet story and stuff like that. Well, she still woke up to a $200 cleaning bill from that Uber driver, which makes sense, because like you would want to get your car professionally cleaned if some sort of stranger threw up in your car. So that makes sense. All is fair, you know, and such. So I was just thinking about that entire time. I was like, I don't want a $200 bill. I don't want a $200 cleaning bill and such like that, so I'm not gonna hurl in this Uber. So the guy gets to my place and he's like, okay, is this good? And he's like not at all near my door whatsoever. And I was like, you know what, bitch? Yes, it is. And I immediately throw myself out of the car and I'm like, it's good enough. And I start running towards my place. I start running towards my place and I'm like, I have a downstairs bathroom, but it's like a half bathroom and it's just tiny. And it's honestly kind of like nerve-wracking how small and like in the wall it is, but whatever. I threw up immediately. New dono goal for cleaning. Oh, speaking of dono goals, oh my goodness, I actually need to add a dono goal. Hold on. Where's Presto? Where's Presto? Ding dong, Presto. Let me see. Drop me out an email as requested. Let you know I'm here. Hi, John. Hi. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Let me see if I can find Presto. I would like Presto to add a donation goal. Presto! Presto, can you add a donation goal? Can you add a donation goal, please, Presto? Okay. So we're gonna be talking about the new donation goal. I don't know if whether or not you guys want me to do anything special for it. It's such like that. So if you do, let me talk about it real quick, Presto. I'll DM it to you. Give me a second. So, give me a sec. So, as you guys know, I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna try not to cry. Okay, as you guys know, I was really emotional over the holidays, and it also, I feel like it also like kind of like benefactored and stuff like that onto like why I didn't stream for 2 weeks. But as you know, fuck, I'm gonna cry. I'm such a pussy. Okay. So, I really wanted to see my dad over the holidays, but he wasn't feeling good, okay? He wasn't feeling good. He wasn't feeling good, right? And so, I got really emotional because, like, I already have a hard time during the holidays. Cry this. You can't just, like, say this every single time. You can't just be like, stream this, cry this, and stream this. You can't just, like, put, like, what's happening, like, in front of you, Lobster, and then say this. You know, you can't just do that. That's not how that works. Anyways. But yeah. Anyways, I was really emotional because my dad couldn't make it and such like that. And he's like my only family member and stuff. And I really like my dad. I think he's a really swell guy. So, a big reason... He would literally kill me if he knew that I was telling you guys this. He would literally kill me. He's such an embarrassed man. He gets embarrassed so easily. Speak this, Papa Buds. Papa Sponge. I told him I call him Papa Sponge. He said he likes it. He says he likes being called Papa Sponge. But yeah. So, the big reason why he wasn't feeling good is because my father has needed... I'm not gonna tell you which one because, like I said, I do respect my father's privacy and such like that. And, like, even though it's not embarrassing whatsoever, I know he would be embarrassed. I'm gonna respect that. But basically, my father needs surgery, and he's needed surgery for, like, over a year now. And, it's a 2-procedure surgery. So he needs to do one, and then he needs to do another one in 3 months. So it's 2 surgeries, technically. And he said that it's a little expensive and that he doesn't like to spend that amount of money in one go. And so he told me how much it was. And I was like, oh, Papa Sponge, Dad, that's not a big deal. I could pay for it. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I could pay for it. So I think I'm gonna do like a little donation goal and such like that. I will fully admit, like, I'm quite literally just waiting for him to do the appointment. There is no rush to fill the donation goal whatsoever because at the end of the day, I'm just going to pay for it with, like, my own money. So if you guys wanted to help and such like that, that's why the donation goal is there, but it is not required. No boat, but surgery. Yeah, I couldn't buy my dad a boat, man. What's the fucking point if he can't... What's the point of buying my dad a boat if he can't even use it? Yeah. So yeah. Presto put the little donation goal. It's at the top right, top left. I don't know my lefts and rights, but yeah. So, but yeah. He told me how much it was. I wanted to. I added a little bit extra to the donation goal just to like give you. He does have some insurance, but it's not the greatest insurance, mostly just because it's like, you know, free insurance, and you know, free insurance in America is not the greatest. But yeah, so it's the price of the 2 surgeries, and then it's the price of like just a little bit extra, just to hand him a little bit extra and stuff like that. Oh, there's no free insurance. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, my chapstick. But yeah, I just want to give him every penny, and that's basically how much I'm just gonna hand him to do the 2 surgeries, and then also like I don't know. I was like, do whatever you want with the remainder bit or whatever. You know, there will be a little bit of a remainder, nothing crazy or anything. But yeah, it's all for him. It's all for him. Also, so I had to do my... This little bitch is a liar. He's a liar. He was like... I was like, oh, how much is your surgery? I'll pay for it. And he was like, oh, it's this much. And I was like... That sounds too low. That sounds too low. Monomaniac 2! Hi. But I was like, that surgery cost sounds too low. I think you're lying to me. So I Googled it. And it was like, without insurance, this procedure could cost anywhere between $6,000 to $12,000. And I was like, what about with insurance? And then the estimation about like with insurance is a little less than 1,000. And I was like, okay, you little liar. Is it actually this much? And he was like, how'd you know? How'd you know I was lying? How'd you know it was that much money? And I was like, you are a liar! You're lying to me! Why did you lie to me? And he was like, but that's a lot of money to ask for from my daughter. And I was like, okay, you're not asking. I'm giving. Take this, man. What the hell, man? Yeah. That bitch told me, he was like, the surgery's gonna be about $100. And I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Oh my god. What the hell, man? Yeah, I want to buy my dad a boat someday. I also want to be able to buy like a giant house someday that maybe has like a guest house so that you getting the surgery done in an alley for $100? For real, dude. For real. That's what it fucking feels like, man. That's what it feels like. Okay, let's do a new. Oh. Big sound. Don't do that again. Mute sight. Don't do that again. That was a scary noise. Did he get the surgery scheduled already? Unfortunately, no. He's a bitch. I call him like every other day and I ask him and he told me I'm annoying. We very much annoy each other. I think rightfully so, though. He told me to... He said, leave me alone. This grown-ass man said, leave me alone. Get it scheduled. I know, man. I know. Anyways, enough talking about my dad and such like that. I don't... but yeah, that's why that's there. That's why that's there. But yeah. If you guys want a reward like father, like daughter, I'll kill you. Papa Sponge, did you do it? Did you do the thing? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that was another thing I was dealing with and such like that. During that time I was sick and such. And then after I threw up, I was like, in about 24 hours, I'm gonna be traveling to LA to go to Anime Los Angeles and such like that. And it was a lot of fun. I will admit, I had a lot of fun, but I was pretty miserable the first few days. I only went chat because my fever was broken and I was testing negative for influenza and COVID in general. I was testing negative for everything. They have such cool tests now. You could like literally test for the flu now. Ever since like COVID and everything like that, they also have tests for like all flu and such like that. It's very cool. But yeah, I was testing negative, and so that's why I went. And yeah, so I went the first day. I just traveled. It was very cold in LA compared to where I am, and so I was freezing my little buns off and such. But I did it. I made it. I got there about I'd say like 1 a.m. Oh my god. I wonder if I can find it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I sent Moopy the funniest photo when I arrived. When I arrived to LA, I went into the Airbnb and I was like taking pictures of Moopy's bedroom door, being like, oh, I know you're on the other side, my love. I miss you. I miss you. I'm so excited to see you in the morning. And I was just taking pictures of her fucking door when she was sleeping, because I got there and such when she was already... Yeah, there... Here is my very cryptic, like, photo of Moopy's door. Me just taking pictures of Moopy's door. And me being like, I'm right outside, my love. I'm here. Did you study for your COVID test? No, that's why I failed. What is that quality? This is the quality of a phone when it is pitch black and the phone is trying to, like, not use the flash, but, like, I don't know. The romance is alive. Yeah, I was right outside her door just being like, I love her, man. I love her. And then, hold on. I'm taking pictures of what she... So then... Then... Let me get it. Where's my... I have a secret Discord where I put, like... sexy photos and shit. That there. There you go. And then Moopy said... She woke up and she said... Lamau, creeper, you are so funny. And then that was at 8:30 a.m. And so I already woke up. Like I said, I went to bed at 1 a.m., but I woke up around like 8 and such. And I was like, oh, my love, you're awake? I'm here, my love. I'm waiting right outside your door. I'll be here for you until you come out. I waited for her to come out. Girls, stay away from me. Why? 2, the number that represents number 1, pooper. Number 2 is shit, though. That's why she's 2. I have no idea why she had the only door that had a number on it. The number made no sense, okay? This B&B was fucking weird, just in itself. But yeah. It was just poorly decorated. Cool elephant, I guess. It was just poorly decorated and such. And, like, a lot of the... Oh, Moopy had a hole in her wall. She discovered that there was a critter-sized hole in her wall, and she just stuffed a towel in it that just led outside. It was pretty awesome. Just a big hole in the wall. She sniffed you through the door? I don't know what she did, man. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, and that's honestly it for pictures. I didn't take any other photos. I'm serious. I didn't take a single other photo during this trip. I was like I was just pure gremlin, pure just like surviving. I was so sick. And like I guess not so sick, I just didn't feel good. But yeah. No other photos, how dare. The hole was for wildlife to visit you. Yeah, I think she would have been happy if, like, a little raccoon, like crawled in and, like, took a nap with her and such. I think she would have been pretty happy. But yeah. I'm looking at my photos right now. I didn't take a single photo. I'm so bad. Thank you so much for the follow, though. I didn't take a single photo. It's so bad. Literally so bad. So, that's why we're gonna go back to paint. Rabies would have been a cool... Hi, Magic. Hi. But yeah. So, I woke up, and that was the first day I was gonna go to the convention. All I wanted to do was shop. I unfortunately don't have any photos of my haul yet. I will get to that eventually. If you guys would like to see everything that I bought and such. I'll be your photographer next time. I'll be the best shots of random rocks. I found nothing else. Awesome. I finally caught you live. Hi. Thank you. Wait! You're the shark! You're the shark boy! Fuck yeah! Chat. Magic Necro is a shark, aka fish. You know what that means. Yes, it is me. I am fish. Wait. Run, Necro. What does that mean? Oh, I kind of have a thing. Hold on. Let me show you something. Don't get weirded out by this. This has nothing to do with you. I just want you to know I like your design for a very specific reason. Oh, there we go. So I really like fish. I really like them. I think they're really cool. Fish fucker. That is something I'm known to be for. Whoa, Sebastian! I love Sebastian! I love him so much! That's a cool fish. Respect. Thank you. I love him. That's my man. But yeah. Show the sided wallpaper? I don't have a sided wallpaper. What do you mean? Another Gianni? Yeah! I love Gianni, dude. He's such a good voice actor. I love him. He's so funny. But yeah, so... a bit of a fish fucker. Anyways, I was at an anime convention this weekend. Don't distract me. I was at an anime convention this weekend, as you well know. So there's me. I'm SpongeyBuns. And such. And during this anime convention, I did lots of things. Like, go shopping. And spend lots of money. Sided too? Of course I love Sided. Sided was my first love. You know, I'm a huge Zelda fan. And the fish? I'll take all of them. One of each, please. Give me a hammerhead. Anyways, you guys are distracting me. Stop distracting me. I based my design slightly off him. Makes sense why I like him. You did it to yourself, honestly. I did nothing. So I go shopping the first day. It's just me and Boopy, just shopping around, just meet girls and such like that. I bought a lot of things. I said no to a lot of things, surprisingly. But yeah, and I bought a lot of really cool things and such. And oh, it was really cool because I met this guy and he was at the Gamer Subs booth, and I was like, hi, and I was like, nice to meet you, and he was like, nice to meet you. We've already met before. And I was like, wait, really? And he was like, you were a guest at Anime Los Angeles 2 years ago. I remember you did like an event with like Newbie, and I was like, oh my god, I was a nobody back then. How the fuck do you know me? I was like, holy shit, I'm still kind of a nobody. And you knew me back then. This is like so surprising. He was like, hi, Spongy. He knew me from my face, dude. He knew me from my face. That was this. I was like, damn, you're good. I have a mask on and everything. It might have been the voice, to be fair, but still. I don't think I have a super clockable voice. Like, you can't really clock that it's me based off my voice. Especially because I speak differently when I stream versus when I'm in the wild. No, like... you know, a fake VTuber voice and such like that. But yeah. And so, yes, you do. Oh, okay. Anyways. Yeah. And so, the guy at the Gamer Subs booth was like, I know you, Spongy. What's up? Anyways, tell Araculture I said hi. And I was like, oh, you know Araculture too? And he was like, yeah, I know them. And I was like, this is so cool. People know me, man. People know me. And he gave me a bunch of free stickers. I lost them. But they're somewhere in my luggage. I got these, like, free stickers of, like, Shy Lily doing, like, yoga poses and stuff like that. And her butt's in the air. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. But yeah. And so then... oh my goodness, what else did we do that day? Oh, I didn't really do much the first day. I did not really do much whatsoever. I was just at the convention shopping for about 6 hours. Oh, and then Moopy was like, I'm gonna go get dinner with some friends. Do you want to come? And I was like, was it a 3-day convention? It was a 4-day convention, but this is technically day 2, but it was my day 1 because I skipped the first day so that I could, like, feel better. And also, I don't know, I just didn't want to be there yet. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to be in my bed. You know, I just wanted to be in my bed. I didn't want to be there yet. But yeah. So then, we go to the, oh, actually, let me show you something, chat. Let me show you something. So because I wasn't there the first day, I actually went to Issa's meet and greet, aka I was with Issa during her meet and greet. Let me find it. I think Araculture tweeted it. Let's find it. Yippee! Oh, maybe it was Arena. Was it Arena or Araculture? I don't know. Who tweeted it? Trying to find it. I could spot the smudge from miles away. Yeah, you think so? Oh, there it is. It was Arita. The smell. You okay, bitch? Anyways. Here's Issa dancing with this guy, but also I'm on top of her head in my little chibi bottle because I was just sick and hanging out with Issa.
Oh, no problem.
This is right after I threw up, by the way. This is right after I threw up. After my hair appointment, I just threw up and left. And I did Issa's thing. Psychedelic, baby.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, baby, yeah. But yeah. So then, I actually, so... Here's this Coco. Hi, Coco. Coco, I got so excited because, for the first time in a long time, I turned on my VTubing phone. And so, the phone that I use for, like, VTube Studio. And for some reason, it told me you were calling me. So I went to go open up Discord, like, on my actual computer. And it was from you calling me on the 6th. It was just, like, the phone was so delayed, it thought you were calling me right now. But it's been 2 weeks. In my bed. Hi, Coco. Hi. A little late notification. Yes, maybe a little bit late. But yeah, I love Coco. So then, after about 6 hours at the convention of me literally just shopping, I just shopped for 6 hours. I will say the dealer's hall was kind of huge, and also I was like, you know, feeling very tired, so I was going very slow, and I kept going back to the Auriculture booth to just like sit down with them and like talk to Arna and Auriculture and a bunch of actual VTuber friends and stuff that were just like at the convention. And so then, around 6 o'clock, you know, it's getting dark outside, and I was like, hey, Moopy, I'm gonna go back to the B&B and just, like, rest before I get dinner, and before... We had an event at, like, 11 p.m. We had an event at 11 p.m. And she was like, okay, just make sure you're awake, because I was feeling kind of sleepy, right? I was feeling kind of sleepy, and so she was like, just make sure you're awake. And then she was like... Oh, before you get in your Uber to go back to the B&B, I know you're going alone. I know you're going alone. Do you want me to walk you to the Uber, like, until you get in? And I was like, no. It's out of the way. And, like, it's just right in front of the convention center. What could go wrong? So, something went wrong. I... walk down the stairs away from the convention center. I am now on the street, just looking at the street. I called my Uber. My Uber is 4 minutes away, 5 minutes away. It was like something really, really short, right? And I'm looking down at my phone, and I was hugging a plushie that I bought at the convention center. Looking mad unapproachable, dude. I had a big ass hoodie. I was cold. I was hugging a plushie. I had a giant Pokemon backpack. I was like, don't talk me. Hugging plushie. And then I look up, and all of a sudden, 3 guys are surrounding me. 3 dudes are just surrounding me, and I'm like, hello, can I help you? And he was like, so the main guy in the middle is like, hey, you, I love anime. I love conventions and stuff like that. You see, me and my friends right here, we're in a band local to LA, and we're trying to just get up and coming and such. What's your name, girl? What's your name? And like a fucking idiot, I was like, oh, I don't want to tell him my real name. So I go, I don't want to tell him my VTuber name either. So I say, my name's Sponge. Real secret light, real secretive. real dumb and idiot. Hi Coco. And he goes, oh, Spudge, like a street name, I get it. You're like a performer, I bet. I have a street name too. I don't remember what he said. I don't fucking remember what he said. He was like, here, hold on. Here you go, Spudge. And he like signs something and tries handing me like a card and something. And he was like, we really want to get started and stuff like that with our band and performing and everything like that. But you know, that shit's expensive. Can I get some money? And I was like, I don't have any cash on me. And he was like, that's why I'm giving you this card. See, this shit's gonna be worth money someday, you know, when we're big and famous and stuff. I even signed your name on it. Here, see? It says Spudge right there. And I was like, okay. And he was like, see that QR code? You don't even need money right now. You don't even need money. Just scan the QR code and pay me. And I said, what? And he was like, you could scan the QR code and pay me. And I was like, I go like non-verbal. I'm just staring at him now. And he was like, no, that's for you. That's for you. I'm like holding out the card, trying to shove it back to him now. Trying to shove it back to him. And I was like, no. Just shaking my head. But yeah, he was really getting in my face. And I was wearing a mask and everything. But still, I was like, get out of my face! Really, I was scared, you know. There's 3 grown-ass men, you know, surrounding me. I'm just a little sponge. But yeah, eventually he just like looks at me and I think he can tell that I'm like a bit of a freak, and he was like, okay, whatever, and then just walks away. He literally just drops his voice and goes, okay, whatever, and like walks away. Hi, Fish. Hi, Sammy. Hi. This story is too relatable. I didn't even realize he was a scammer until people told me he was a scammer. I just thought he wanted some money. I didn't have any money. I also, like, I'm not gonna pull out my wallet, like, on the streets of LA. Like, hell no. You know what I mean? Glad you didn't get scammed. What if, is it really, correct me if I'm wrong, what if he is actually just starting a band and he just wants money for his band? Is he really a scammer then? I mean, he did want money. Is it a scam? Is it really a scam? There's no band. How do you know there's no band? At least they didn't hit you with a, here's our free episode. What? Get fucked? We should listen to their song. I didn't keep the card. My bad. I should have kept the card. That way we could have listened to their song. EP, not episode. EP like CD. What's an EP? But yeah, I called. So then afterwards, when they walked away, I immediately called Moopy and I was like, Moopy, there's 3 guys outside. What do I do? And she was like, what? And I was like, there's a group of adults right here. Like, I'm an adult, but they're like bigger adults. You know what I'm saying? They're like older than me. I'm gonna go stand next to them. And so I stand next to them like an awkward fucking, I don't know, like a little loser. And they're just like, they get in their Uber, then they leave. And then Moopy is like, just keep finding friends. And I was like, okay. And so then I go up to a bunch of JoJo cosplayers and I'm like, yay, the JoJo cosplayers are my friends. I'm standing with the JoJo cosplayers now. And then they walked away. And then I was like, fuck, what do I do? And then I found a dad and his daughter. And then I just stood with them. And then my Uber got there. So I eventually got home. And then once I was in my Uber, Moopy was like, okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm trying to eat my dinner. And I was like, okay, goodbye forever. Yeah. So that was my night. You know, I get back to the Airbnb and I was like, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm just gonna take a nap, eat dinner, and then go to Moopy to the event with her at 11 p.m. I go to sleep. I wake up to Moopy calling me at 8:30, being like, hey, it's 8:30 and the event's at 11 p.m. How you doing, champ? Have you eaten anything yet? And I was like, no, I haven't eaten anything yet, Moopy. And she's like, oh, okay, are you gonna? And I was like, oh, I think I'll like wake up from my nap soon, and then I'll go get food before we go to the event. And she was like, okay, sounds good. Then I woke up at 11:30. Then I said, damn, I missed it. And then I went back to bed. And then I slept 12 hours. 12 whole hours. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was like, that was nice. It was awesome. It felt awesome. Back to bed. I slept from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. It was awesome. Can you guys hear that dog? Wait, you yelled at me for sleeping at 12 hours. You're not me, okay? Moopy? There's a dog barking outside. Moopy, leave me alone. What about the event? I slept through it. I didn't see it. She said it was really cool. It was a 18+ like naughty cosplay like show, and she said her favorite one was this person who dressed up like sexy Grinch, and they were wearing like a sexy Grinch outfit and then like a robe, and then they took their robe off and they were wearing nothing but a thong, and then all of a sudden they had a giant like 10-foot long furry dick. And they were just swinging it around stage, and it had like Christmas lights on it. And I said, that sounds awesome. And you didn't go? No, I was sleeping for 12 hours. Must have felt refreshed. I could have kept going. When I woke up at 6 a.m., I was like, I could keep going. But no, I woke up, I got out of my bedroom at the B&B, and then I went to the living room, and I turned the second Spider-Verse movie on, the Spider-Verse Chronicles. I turned the second movie on, and I watched the entire Spider-Verse movie and ate McDonald's. It was awesome. It was kind of fucking awesome. And then people started to wake up after I watched that movie around like 8:30 to 9. And I was like, oh, hey guys, I just watched the entire Spider-Verse movie. They were like, what the fuck, bitch? You're at an anime convention in LA at an Airbnb and you're watching fucking movies? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Borf, borf. Bark, 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 bark. That's so real, though. It's just so honest. And then I, you know, I just got ready for my second day of the convention and such. I finished the exhibit hall area, and then I started going to the artist alley. And oh my god. Whenever you guys go to anime conventions, the real heat is at the artist alley. Holy shit, the artist alley was so fucking cool. It was so cool. Skipped the 10-foot disco dick show to watch the Spider-Man movie. You know, I don't really see a problem with that. That's what I imagine. Dude, the artist alley was so cool. I bought this $80 t-shirt. $80 t-shirt. It is straight heat. Chat, it is straight heat. I will try to get a picture of it soon. But it is this Danadon t-shirt. And it has Momo in the front. And then it has, oh my goodness, I always forget the main boy's name, but the main boy in the back. And it looks so good, chat. It looks so fucking good. I immediately got makeup on it when I put it on. But yeah, it was so good. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. I'm so happy with it. Genuinely so happy. Spudgy never change. I never will. I am Spudgy. Dun dun. Say no more. It was so good. It's so good. It's such a good t-shirt. Also, when I went to the artist alley, chat, here's one of the best parts. I noticed one of the artists had a lot of Sebastian art. And then also like Sebastian pins and other Sebastian miscellaneous stuff, okay? They had a bunch of Sebastian shit, okay, chat? Imagine it, just a ton of Sebastian shit. And I go right up to the girl and I say, I love Sebastian. Can I have everything? And she was like, what? And I was like, oh, I want everything. Every single fucking thing that you have that is Sebastian, can I have it? And she started laughing and she was like, you're the fourth person to do that this weekend. And I was like, no way, dude. That's awesome. She was like, yeah, you're the fourth person to just say, give me all the Sebastian shit. And I said, what? I said, they have cultured taste. There's a Sebastian hair clip, okay? I got a fucking Sebastian hair clip. My life can't get any better. I love this stupid fish, okay? It's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah, remind me to show you guys the art. It was so good. I'm so happy with it. Literally so happy. Oh yeah, I got a Sebastian... Oh, and I got Sebastian stickers and like little like art pieces. And then I got, I think keychain, button, and then hair clip. Fourth, oh my god. It was only like 65 bucks to get everything. It wasn't that bad. You need to show them this art next time. Yeah, I'm good. That's embarrassing as fuck. Hey, I'm a VTuber and this is me and Sebastian. I paid money for this. Don't you think that's cool? No. That's actually not too bad. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. But yeah, and then, oh. I fell for something, chat. I fell for something at this convention that I'm not proud of. Okay. So. Also. Also on the same day. I was at the Senpai Squad booth. Okay? And there was this cosplayer there. And she was hot as fuck, chat. She was so hot. She was wearing a buddy suit. Like, buddy... I think she was, like, buddy senpai. Like... And I was like... Wow. She is so hot. Her body was straight up crazy. I will say this, chat. She was like... She had such a snatched waist. A cute booty. And I was looking. And she knew I was looking. Because she started talking to me. And she was like... We have this deal that if you spend $50 in t-shirts, you get a free t-shirt. Isn't that really cool? And I was like... Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool, indeed. Yep, that's really cool. And she was like, yeah. So are you gonna get one? Anything for you, my love. I was like, yeah, sure. I like Iron Mouse. You guys got Iron Mouse shit? She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I already have that shirt. She was like, oh, okay. Is there any? I was like, I'll get that one. I just picked one. And then I was like, I want this as my free t-shirt. And she was like, oh, you want these two shirts? And I was like, yeah. And then she comes back and she was like, okay, that will be $80. And I was like, but you said the second one's free. And she was like, oh, but this t-shirt is $40 and this t-shirt is $40. So you're not at $80 yet. And I was like, oh, okay. What about if I spend $40 and then get $10 worth of stickers? No, you have to buy t-shirts. I did it. I spent $80 to please this woman. To get a free t-shirt. So I could talk to her for like 15 minutes. Because I was looking at her ass. She was so hot. She was so hot, chat. Did you get her number? Hell no, I have 0 riz. Chat, she was godly, okay? I'm just a spongy. I'm just a little sponge. She was heavenly. I wasn't even in the same fucking bracket as her. Did you get a pic with her at least? No. Not at all. Doesn't get scammed by 3 dudes, wannabe band members, but fumbles at a bad bitch. She was so pretty. I would have bought anything she told me to buy. I got 3 fucking t-shirts from her that I didn't want. I didn't want them. Do you have... So all you have is the stupid shirts? All I got was stupid shirts, yes. OMG, she was becoming us. I was already worse. Actual bottom. She was so pretty. And she had a really cute butt. Would you scan her QR code? Fuck yeah! There's a big difference between 3 dudes surrounding me in the street versus 1 pretty cosplay girl wearing a bunny suit and beautiful fishnets that had like gems that like sparkled on her butt. I flirted with a cosplayer and there was no flirting. There was just what I said to you. Me fumbling. Me fumbling. Yeah, I'd also buy that shit. She was beautiful. Here, let me see if I can find a picture. What if, like, Senpai Squad has a picture of her on their Twitter? Let me see. They don't have a picture of her on her Twitter. They don't have a picture of her. Maybe Instagram? Maybe Instagram? Also, I would like to say by no means are the shirts actually stupid. It's just I didn't want them. I just wanted to talk to her. I will wear the shirts. They're very cute. They're very cute. But boy am I stupid. Boy am I stupid. Do they have her as a shirt model on her site? Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on, I'm checking their Twitter. I mean, their Instagram. She is on their Instagram. She is on their Instagram. Okay, this is her chat, but this is what she was wearing a bodysuit, but this is her. She's so pretty! If she straight up asked you for $100, you would give it to her. Oh, yeah. 100%. She's so pretty. See? She's literally... Chat, you can tell she is literally just in pants and a t-shirt right here. And you guys are like, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I was losing my fucking mind. If she said, give me $100, I would have done it. She's so pretty. She is literally so pretty. Damn. I really wish they had the picture of her in the bodysuit. Oh my god. I'm gonna need that kidney. She could have it. She could have my kidney. Easily. Sad day to be just a sponge. She can have my kidney. Yeah, she's really pretty. I like that you guys were like spamming that shit, being like, yeah, I'd buy the t-shirts too. It fucking worked, chat. Oh, here are the t-shirts I bought. Oh my god, she's the model for the t-shirts. Chat, it's her. Anyways, I bought this. This is the t-shirt I bought. She's cute there. She's really cute. She's really cute. God damn it! Let me show you the other one. Here's the other one I bought. Super cute. Holy shit, it's her again. Anyways, the pretty girl at the Senpai Squad booth. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Fuck. And then I still got a free t-shirt. I got a free Nazuna t-shirt. Huge. My girl isn't wearing it though. Sag. It's not my girl. Oh, 80 bucks and not even a picture with her. That's crazy. Sorry. She was wearing a straight up bunny suit, fishnets, and heels while selling. She is better than me. Hell no, I'd be wearing heels while trying to sell shit, dude. Hell no. Hell no. Would have spent my life savings. I did. I did spend my life savings. Just a bunch of stupid shit. But yeah. What did I do? Oh yeah, and then the second day was the cosplay masquerade, which was a lot of fun. So after shopping, I met up with my friend, Bebotics. He is a super talented dancer. He goes to a lot of events and stuff in LA. And so I watched him dance for a little bit. He tried to get me to dance. I said, hell no. And I also said, the type of dancing I do isn't exactly street appropriate. And then he laughed. I also was just like, the type of dancing I do doesn't really look good when you're just wearing giant pants and a giant hoodie. And you're just trying to be a gremlin. But yeah, my dancing's not exactly street legal, I would say. Who said that? So, watched Bebotics dance a little bit. Moopy was there too. Moopy danced with Bebotics. She is so much braver than I am. So she was skanking with Bebotics, and I watched them for a little bit. And then afterwards, I went back to the, we had an event to go to. The cosplay masquerade started at 7. And so I went back to my B&B to once again get a little bit of rest before. But this time I made sure not to fall asleep because I knew if I fell asleep, it would be over. I'd have a repeat of the 12 hours. I could feel it. I could feel that I could do it again. I could feel it. I could feel that I would do it again. So then I just rested at the B&B. I got nice and warm. I changed my clothes to be a lot warmer. I put on more hoodies, I put on thicker pants, and then I put on, like, a jacket over the hoodie. I was so cold. Sounds like you needed the rest. I mean, like, I also called my dad, and my dad was like, yeah, a daughter of mine, if you're, like, not feeling too good, and if you're recovering from being sick, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be so tired, and it's gonna suck. Where'd my music go? But yeah. He was like, you should just rest. It's not a big deal. You go to these conventions all the time. It's okay to have, like, lazy conventions. And I was like, okay. So then I just rested at the B&B. Went to the event. The event was very fun. And I got to see more dancers at the event during the halftime show. And then after the halftime show, I was just so tired. And it was, like, only 9:30 at night. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go back. And Moopy was like, don't leave. You haven't seen the judging yet. You don't even know who won the competition. And I said... So I went back to the B&B and I fucking slept. I slept. And it felt awesome. And then I woke up for the last day of the convention, which was Sunday. So on Sunday, all I did was, not too much, actually. Not too much. All I did was go to the convention. Then we finished shopping. I finished the artist alley. I bought the rest of the shit I wanted to buy. And yeah, I spent a lot of money. I spent way too much money. But yeah, I got gifts. I got gifts for my editors. I got gifts for Monomaniac, and I got gifts for Yelfker. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that to them. But that was a lot of fun, because I literally told all my friends, I was like, I'm buying gifts for my editors. Help me find stuff for them. Oh my goodness. I remember, yeah, on the last day, I was like pretty bored because I finished shopping, and I was just sitting with Araculture waiting until it was like... I was waiting until it was 5 o'clock so I could help Araculture, like, pack up and get ready to go home. And so then, while waiting around, Ibuchi, if you don't know her, she's a really cool artist. Ibuchi had a booth also at ALA, and she just kept coming over to the Araculture booth, and, she was just hanging out with us. And so while hanging out, I discovered that Araculture and Aruna have a problem. They spend hundreds of dollars on doujinsis of their favorite characters, and holy shit, Aruna has a fucking problem, dude. She bought so much fucking hentai, like little like things, and I read all of them. I read all of them. So all of them are like in Japanese. It's such, and so no one knew what they were saying. No one knew what they were saying, and I was reading like hundreds of dollars worth of doujins, and we were just reading them at the booth because we were so bored, and it was the last day, so it was slow. So Ibuchi comes over, and she was like, "This one, I've read this one. I've read this Dragon Ball doujin." And I was like, "Oh, what are they saying, Imu? What are they saying?" And so she was like going through the pages with me and translating it, and then also like acting it out. Like there was this one where it was always like, oh, what's the green girl's name from the Broly movie? Hold on. Broly Dragon Ball characters. What's the green alien girl? Chila? Is that how you spell it? Yeah, it's her. It was her. So the green girl, there was so much porn of her. So much porn of her. And her and Broly were always fucking. So in all of them, the same exact plot was in all of the doujins. All of the doujins. So it would always be Chila is like fucking like masturbating or something. Or like fucking just like doing something lewd. And then Broly would come into the room and she'd be like, "Oh, so sorry, so sorry." And he would be like, "Bah, pussy!" And then he would fuck her. Because he didn't know what boobies and pussy was, but he did know that it was awesome. And so it was always Broly discovering being like, "Bah," and oh my goodness. So Emu is also small. And so just imagine me and Emu in the middle of this fucking convention hall acting out this fucking hentai, being like, "Oh, I'm Broly, bah, pussy," and like thrusting in the air and shit like that. That shit was so funny. So one of my favorites that I read was Broly and Chila. Hold on. Let me get a video of her.
Why don't you come sit with me, sweet thing?
Get your filthy hands off me. I'm not interested.
Come on, lady. I'm done asking.
Wait, do they
Got a
actually get
problem
together?
with me?
After the release of the movie, apparently our dear canonized new creator will definitely become a couple in the very near future. And if they have children, it will be an entire...
Wait, they had kids?
After all,
What the fuck? Can I get the sauce? Asking for a friend? I will ask Arida. Anyways, so yeah, the plot of the first one was like, I really want to make sure I'm saying her name. Like, is it Chila? Anyways, so Chila was like, "Oh, yeah, we could fuck. You're so big and handsome and shit like that. Oh, I feel really bad taking advantage of you, but you seem to be enjoying it, so whatever, I guess." And so then they kept fucking, and then they kept fucking, and then they were addicted to fucking, and then they would go on like space missions and they would be fucking, and like the other, like the pilot would always be like, "Stop fucking, you guys are so annoying," and they're like, "Oh, we can't, pushy," and so they were just constantly fucking, and then eventually she got pregnant, and then she was like, "Oh my god, I'm having the baby, and she was giving birth, and he was like, "Wait 1 second, let me fuck you again." And so then the baby, there is literally a panel where the baby falls out of her, and then he goes, "All right, my turn," and then fucks her again. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, I read a lot of Broly and Chila hentai that day. A lot of it. And so then, I read, Arda got this, like, really... never mind, I don't want the sauce. Boy, that escalated quickly. Sorry, man. They were, like, addicted to fucking. They couldn't even stop, like, mid-baby. And so then, Arda got this, like, really, really expensive, like, HoloLive one, but it was beautiful. Holy shit. And, Let me see if I can find the artist. I'm DMing her right now. Who's the artist of the Hollow Live hentai you got? That shit was beautiful, dude. And so, they were like, Aruna was like, man, I really wish that I knew what everyone was saying in these, but I guess the art is really good. Sorry, I'm bouncing. I bounce. Anyways. So yeah. And then we were, I was watching, so I was like, Arda, I actually have a trick for this. I have an app that, like, live translates Japanese to English, and, like, it shows, like, through the phone, like, it in English, it, like, comes out the camera. It's actually pretty cool. It's really cool the way that it, like, no need to apologize for that. I'm bouncing here. But yeah, and so I read a lot of HoloLive stuff. And so the Fuwamoko shit was really funny because the first one that I read was Fuwawa, and Fuwawa was like, oh my goodness, wow, sex is pretty cool, but I wouldn't want Makoko-chan to, like, know that I'm such a lewd, dirty girl. And she was like, oh god, what are my fans gonna think of me when they see how lewd and dirty I am fucking them? And shit. And then she was like, oh, and then both of them were talking about their fluffy puppy pussies. That was a really funny one. They just kept being like, yes, right there in my fluffy puppy pushy. If you take any of this shit out of context, I'll be really mad, chat. Do not clip any of this shit out of context. That's why I'm using a silly voice for it, so you can't track that shit back to me, dude. Holy shit. And then the Mokoko one? Oh, hey, first time chatter. Clipped and shipped. Editor, do your thing. They're not even here, man. They're not even here. See? They're not even here. Hi, how are you? Anyways, so then the Mokoko one was like, OMG, I'm such a bigger slut than my sister. She has no idea how much of a slut I am. I love fucking my fans and my fluffy puppy pussy. And then she was like fucking like 3 of them. She was crazy, man. She was crazy. She was like, haha, little sister, am I right? Just little sisters things. I did not expect to hear hentai plots on stream today, but it was my 3rd day of the convention, you know? You know, that was my 3rd day. First time watching your stream has been... Listen, I'm just talking about how it was at the anime convention. I'm just telling my stories. I'm just telling my stories, man. So yeah, and then the oh, and then the Nerissa Ravencroft one was really cool because it was like a monster fucker one. So it was like this big raven monster was like fucking her, but for some reason the big raven monster also had tentacles and stuff, and she was like, wow, what are these tentacles? OMG, so crazy. Oh no, this is gonna ruin me for life. I don't really like sex that much. And then she started fucking the tentacles, and she was like, whoa, this is crazy, this is so cool. And she was like, OMG, 3 tentacles? I don't know if I can handle it. And the bird monster was like, didn't say anything, because the bird monster didn't say anything. None of the guys actually said anything in this one, now that I think about it. None of the guys said anything. Anyways, I hope for the first time chatters and for the first time watching my stream, you guys had fun and such like that. I'm so sorry that if you guys are like, yeah, this ain't for me, I totally understand. It's such like that. I was bored at an anime convention and there was hundreds of dollars of doujins like right in front of me. And I had to read them all. I had to read all of them because I would never in my life have hundreds of dollars of doujins in front of me ever again. I don't even read doujins to begin with. You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? I used to. Oh, I used to read like lots of like... Anyways, I don't read it. I don't read it. If anyone knows where you can read it, let me know, because I actually have no idea where to read that stuff. Do you have to buy it? Do you always have to buy doujins? Is that like the only way to do it? And such like that? I have no idea. It was pretty cool though. It was pretty cool. If any of it's on the internet though, that would be pretty swell. I prefer that shit in my own house, in my own room next time, not in the middle of a convention hall. But yeah. Of course, you don't read them, you just get them for the funny pictures. Oh, I liked the plot. The plots were so funny. How could I not read the plot? The plot was hilarious. All of the plots were really, really funny. I can't remember what the Shiori plot was, though. I can't remember that one. And then there was the small gem girl. I didn't read hers because she's small and I didn't want to read hers. They drew her like a lot bigger, but I was like, nah, meh. You know, she's so small and innocent. I'm putting chapstick on my lips. I've been yapping. Hi, Matson. Hi. But yeah, and so then it was about the end of the convention, and I go back to the convention, and I help our culture pack up, and we leave, and we go home, and then we go home, and we change out of our clothes, and then we get into warmer clothes, warmer comfy clothes, and then I was a brat the entire day. Hi, Soma. Hi, how are you? Can I get a big shout out for Soma? Hi, Soma. Hi. But yeah, and so then I go to the convention, not the convention, sorry, the convention was over, it was Sunday night, and then I was throwing a fit the entire day because we were trying to figure out where to go for dinner, and I didn't want to get sushi because I don't like sushi, and then Moopy was like, oh, but they have things at the sushi place that you like, and I was like, not really, girl. Like, I don't want to survive off of gyoza, but whatever. That's not really fun for me. You know, surviving off of appetizers isn't really fun. And then people were calling me a brat for saying so. So I said, okay, I'll just go. And I was really upset about it, though. I was really sad. And so I went there anyways. And it was an hour-long wait to get the sushi. And so after waiting for about an hour, me and Moopy were like, there's a shoe store next door. There was a shoe store next door. So we go to the shoe store and we fucked around for about an entire hour. It was actually pretty fun fucking around in the shoe store. And I wanted to get a new pair of Crocs, but they didn't have the Crocs that I wanted. I wanted to get a black pair of Crocs with the fuzzy inserts. I wanted the fuzzy inserts to keep my feet warm for the winter, but they didn't have any. So I'm on the lookout for that, chat. I am on the lookout for fuzzy Crocs. You should buy them, but there are other methods. Okay, well, I don't want to steal from artists or anything. If I'm supposed to buy the doujins, then I'm good. I'm good. I hope you had a good convention time. Yeah. I want to get fuzzy Crocs. Fuzzy Crocs. That's what I want to get. And so then I almost bought a pair of Uggs too. I really wanted to get a pair of Uggs because my feet have been cold and my mom recommended me the brand Uggs. And I've never had a pair of Uggs before. So if that's a good shoe brand, let me know, chat. I don't actually know anything about shoes. Another Croc enjoyer. Moopy was the one who made me a Croc enjoyer. I used to make fun of her, but Crocs are awesome. They're actually so cool. Now let me go to the Croc website right now. Crocs are awesome. BeanBuds! It's been a year! Thank you so much, BeanBuds. I hope you've had a wonderful year of streaming with me and watching me. Thank you so much for being a longtime fan. I really appreciate it, and it makes me really happy when people watch my streams. So thank you. Thank you. OMG, I found fuzzy lined Crocs. Anything for a cutie like you. OMG, anything? Tier 3 right now. No, you just tiered 1. Anything. Pay for my dad's surgery on the top left. You said anything. I see some that are fuzzy all over. No, not that one. I want fuzzy on the inside. I see it right now. It's about It's $60 on the website right now. They were $50 at the store. I was sad. They were on sale. Oh, some of them are on sale. If I get the pink fuzzy ones, they're $40 on the website, or the purple. But I don't want the purple. I want the black ones. I want the black ones. I need to buy more shoes in general. I don't know what to buy for, like, gothic type shoes. I'm trying to something weird to admit is I like always been like such a pastel girly and such like that, but I've been starting to get into gothic clothing and like I would almost say grunge clothing and such, but I feel really cool when I wear like grungy clothing and such like that. Like with like a bunch of the t-shirts that I bought, I was like, wow, these look really cool. Black is actually like a really cool color. I've never really thought that before, you know? I've never really thought that before. Beanbud said, huh? Whoa. But yeah, and then, dude, is Chitsy live yet? I want to see the new... Wait, she's live? How could she be live? She just got kittens. Oh, she's looking at them.
I heard that. Why didn't you?
Hold on.
I heard it. I heard you meow, honey.
Hold on, we're gonna look at the kittens with her.
But we'll figure out names. For now, it's Tuxedo Boy
What?
and Girl.
Beanbuds, thank you so much for the 10! Thank you! Look at the kittens.
She drink her Wawa. Kitties! Look at them, Spongy. They're kitties. They're drinking the water together. She's dipping, girl.
Hold.
Who the fuck? What the fuck is Luca Tim? What is
Hold
that?
one up for me.
What is that? What are you saying? What is Luca Tim? Hold one up for me.
Hi, Natsu! I want to look at the kittens.
They're drinking the water. The boy is better because he... Meow? Kitty? Kana? Kana? Yeah, Kana's not too happy. she's not the happiest. We're not naming it fucking Iron Fist. No.
Iron Fist.
Psycho, you're not allowed to name him. You're not allowed to name him. He's gonna name him something stupid. He's gonna say like Fist Ass and Cat or something.
Fist ass.
No.
Meow. 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 Give me
Rose
kitty.
doesn't like me yet.
Hi, Natsu. Hi, Natsu. Hi, Natsu.
Kana, it's okay. Yeah, I have to also attend to Kana. I have 3 cats to attend to. I have to attend to these 2, and I have to attend to her because she's all freaked out. But she like, what's it called?
Babies.
Are you potty? No, you're just being... Oh no. Hey. Hold on. I have to get her down.
Hi, Natsu. Hi, Natsu. Hi, Natsu. Hi, Natsu. Hi, Kura. Hi, Kura. Alright, more. Hello? What? What just happened? Hello? What just happened? Pear! I was AFK! Stop! I have to shit! I almost shit myself when I saw that! Oh no, something broke! Pear! Pear, what the fuck? I am alive again. I fucking came alive for that shit. What the fuck, Pear? Don't shit yourself on stream. You're gonna get banned. Can I get banned for shitting myself on stream? Pear broke the stream with that dodo. I think he did, honestly. I think he did, honestly. Holy, thank you, Pear. Thank you. What the fuck? I have to go take a shit now. BRB. Look at Titsy's cats. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Go look at the kitties. Oh. Why was that Discord? Oh my god, I'm so lucky it wasn't on anything bad. Holy, what if it was on porn? Holy shit. Leaked. Leaked! Chitsy is live! Oh, you now know! Thank god, dude. Anyways. BRB, I'm gonna go shit myself. Okay, I shit. Anyways. There! What the fuck? Thank you! I'm gonna call my dad today and tell him, that you did that. I'm gonna call my dad today and say, the buns! Bought him a, I almost said what his surgery was. I would have felt bad. You're buying him a body part. New nipples. Look at those babies go. I know, it's literally so cute. I'm so sad she didn't call me. I told her to call me earlier, but I guess she really wanted to go live. I wanted to fucking see the kitties, man. I wanted to see the kitties. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for her journey of new kitties. What colors are they? Is that like a gray one with like white socks and then like a gray tabby? Are they both gray? I can't really tell. Her room has a lot of yellow lighting. Yeah, that is super awesome of you, Pear. That is super, super awesome. Gray tux, gray tabby is so cute. So cute. I can't believe she has 3 kitties now. That's a lot of kitties. A lot of kitties indeed. Ooh. A lot of kitties indeed. Yippee, new balls for dad. Hello? What the hell? It will be chaos, but the best kind. That's a lot of kitties. Oh my god, that dog is going. Can you hear it, chat? It sounds like my window is open, but it's not. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Bark. High leg, high leg, high leg. Yeah. So we had sushi. After sushi, I was really, really tired. I get back to the B&B. Moopy's like, I'm leaving tonight. Are you leaving tonight? And I said, a couple of YouTubers want to hang out with me. in LA on Monday, so I think I'm gonna stay, especially since I have the B&B until tomorrow. And she was like, really? You don't want to, like, rush home? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to rush home. And I'm very, like, excited that, like, I don't want to rush home. So I want to go and, like, you know, hang out with the VTubers and truly enjoy my vacation as much as I can. Because, like, I just worked a shit ton to the point where, like, my ankles hurt every day from the amount of walking I was doing at the convention center and such. But, hey, you know. And so, I stayed, and Moopy watched Cars, and she was like, do you want to watch Cars with me? And I said, I want to sleep. And so I went to sleep, and I said, bye, Moopy! And by the time I woke up in the morning, she was gone. It was so sad. But it was also really exciting, because I had a really exciting day planned out. I was gonna go, shopping at my favorite stores and such, and I went to the Asian grocery stores, and I got a bunch of tea that I really like. I actually bought a lot of tea during this convention. Lots of hot tea and lots of cold tea as well. Lots of cold tea as well, which is very exciting. And so I bought a lot of tea on Monday, and I just bought some... I also just went shopping, and I went to some fancy malls, but I didn't buy anything because I felt bad, like, buying stuff for some reason. I was like, I already spent so much money, I don't need to spend any more money. But I really wanted to. I was like, damn, I went to these fancy malls and stuff, and I want to buy clothes and, like, just a bunch of things. But I didn't. I held myself back, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Oh. Alright, chat. New donation goal. $12,000, we buy my dad a boat. Just kidding. I just kidding. But yeah. The boat. Yippee, boat. I tried to buy my dad a boat for Christmas, but oh my god, they are so much more expensive than I thought it was. I thought I was gonna spend, like, maybe, like, $4 grand at most or something like that, but no boat that is $4 grand is my dad interested in. He doesn't want that. Boat stream? I'm on a boat. No, I would never do a boat stream. Anywhere where a boat would be, like in the ocean, or... I don't actually like boats in the ocean. I prefer boats in lakes, but there's not going to be good service. That's impossible. That's something you record. You know, that's something you definitely record. But yeah, and so then I went shopping, and then I had dinner with Pia P UFO. So I had dinner with Pia P, and we got fancy dinner. I don't know how private Pia is, and if she talks about, like, locations of, like, where she was or is or anything, so I'm not gonna say anything about, like, where we went and stuff like that, just because, like, I think she's a lot more private than even I am, and I'm pretty private and such. But yeah, so I got dinner with Pia, and it was really cool because, like, sadly there was, like, an hour wait, but thankfully, like, we were in a location where there was, like, lots of shopping to do and stuff. So I got dinner with Pia. It was a lot of fun, and we both are really good yappers, I'd say. And so she was like, meow, 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 and I was like, meow, 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 meow. And it was really fun, and I was like, man, I don't want to leave. I'm having so much fun. But, like, I need to go home. I need to go home tonight, because I don't have a B&B anymore. I don't have anywhere to stay anymore. I gotta go home. I don't have anywhere to sleep anymore. I'm homeless, man. I'm homeless. I have to go home. So, I got the dinner. It was so good, Try. It was literally so good. I could have eaten more, honestly, but I was holding myself back because I didn't want to get sick on the drive home from overeating, because I love overeating good food, honestly. And such like that. But yeah, and so... Hold on, I have a lot of DMs. No, I don't. I'm crazy. So then I, what's the word? Yeah, so I had a lot of food to eat and such like that. So I was eating that food, man. And then we got ice cream together, but it was really cold. And so I was, like, kind of suffering while eating the ice cream. But, you know, it is what it is and such. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. And, I want to do it again sometime. It was definitely a lot of fun. I just kind of want to like go back to LA and just like go shopping and stuff. Shopping in LA is just so fun. Yeah. I want to shop again. It was so fun. Any questions, chat? Any questions? Glad you had a great time. Nice to get out with friends from time to time. Yeah. Hi, Sponge. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I just told the story about the trip I was just on. Oh yeah, so I got home late Monday, and then I went speep, and then I woke up Tuesday, and I was like, Tuesday is my day of rest. And then I was like, okay, and I rested all of Tuesday, and to be honest, it was such a blur because I was so speepy and just so, like, resting and being restful. It's such like that. And then yesterday, I was like, wow, I'm still really tired. I feel guilty, but I haven't streamed in such a long time. I feel like I should stream today. And one of my, my friends that does, like, management and also just, like, entertainment work and such like that was like, hey, like, it's pretty typical, like, when you come home from vacations and stuff like that, that, like, you need 2 days of rest, actually. EP for a while was such a good, such a mood. It really is. It's such a mood. But I was like, wow, like, I'm tired, you know? Like, I'm just so tired. And I don't want to, like, stream while tired, you know? I'm not an entertainer. I can't yap that good right now. My throat hurts, from like being super dry at the convention. I'm so dry right now, chat. My skin is like so like itchy and dry, and I'm just was there something you were tempted to buy but convinced yourself not to? Conventions have so much cool stuff. No, not really. I felt like it wasn't like there was like definitely like more t-shirts I could have bought, but I was like, why do I need to buy more t-shirts, you know? Why should I buy new t-shirts? That's not a very good idea. I shouldn't buy a shit ton of t-shirts. There's no reason to do so. That kind of thing. I was like, I shouldn't be buying a bunch of t-shirts. More shirts, especially, I don't know. Like, I love t-shirts and stuff, but I don't want to get to a point where I'm only wearing t-shirts. I think it's, like, not very fashionable. You can definitely style t-shirts to be fashionable, but I was trying to control myself. Bunny Girl could have got me to buy more t-shirts, definitely. If she told me to buy 5, I would have bought 5. I would have figured it out. I would have been like, yeah, I already have the Iron Mouse t-shirt, but I'll just, I'll do it again. No big deal. I'll do it again. But yeah. Any questions, chat? Any questions? I'm probably gonna be wrapping up the stream here soon. Mostly just because my throat is still tired and such. And, any interesting fan interactions? Oh, I didn't really see any fans this convention. Oh my god, Lady looks so cute. She got her hair cut. She looks so cute. Lady! Oh my goodness, she has little bows in her hair, and she also has, like, little pom-poms on her neck. That is so cute. She's so purple. T-shirt giveaway because the bunny girl says to buy more. But yeah. I say it was pretty cool to, like, go to the Gamer Subs booth and, like, have someone recognize me there. That was definitely really cool. Oh, and then Imuchi, I didn't think that she'd have any idea who I was, but I was like, I'm Spongy, and she was like, you're Spongy, OMG, and she wants to draw me now, and that's, like, pretty exciting. I'm here. Okay, perfect. I'm about to end. Perfect timing, Sammy. Perfect timing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, folks. My throat is pretty dry still, and I just want to take my time, and tomorrow we're probably gonna have a longer stream because we're gonna be gaming and such like that. I just got here. You're a liar. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid Chippy because Chippy has new kittens, and I want you guys to watch the kittens and such. So yeah, go ahead and go give those kittens some love. Give them lots of love, and I'll see you again tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow. Sorgy was busy. You better be, Sorgy. You better be. Go say hi to the kittens, chat, and try to come up with some names for the cute little babies. Goodbye, chat. Goodbye. Goodbye forever.